Welcome to another travel talk with Selling Travel. Today I'm catching up with Joni Allen, Visit Central Florida's tourism industry sales expert, who will be offering her top tips on how to sell the region. Hi Joni, how are you doing today?
Hi, Jessica. I'm great. How are you?
Yes, not too bad, thank you very much. So let's start by, can you give us an idea of what life is like in Central Florida at the moment in terms of, are there any restrictions for visitors? Is everything open? Are people still wearing masks? Give us a little insight.
Okay, I'm happy to. First of all, let me explain and kind of give a geographic of exactly where we're located. Central Florida is located geographically in the center of the Florida Peninsula, right between Tampa and Orlando, next door to Walt Disney World. As far as restrictions go, Florida is pretty well wide open. All of our attractions are open, restaurants, theaters are all open, museums are open. As far as mask wearing goes, pretty much every place now has it posted that if you are fully vaccinated, then masks are optional. For those that are not fully vaccinated, masks are still required. And most places where you go now, a lot of the staff is still in mask just for precautionary measures. But otherwise, we're open for business.
Good to hear. We've just got to get ourselves there somehow.
Yes, absolutely.
And so you gave us a little bit of detail about geographically where Central Florida is, but why is it such a great base for a holiday in Florida? And how easy is it to explore the rest of the state?
I am very glad you asked. I have always said our location is our number one asset. Because of our central location, we are close to all of the big major theme parks, not to mention our very own world-class theme parks. And we're only a little more than an hour's drive to either coastline. So we like to kind of say, unpack and see it all. So therefore you can stay with us and you can experiment and get out and about and get back to your hotel or your vacation villa within a day. Very easy drive.
Perfect. And what are some of the big attractions that visitors can expect when staying in Central Florida?
Well, obviously, I think we're probably most known for the Legoland theme park. We are home to the world's largest Legoland theme park, which is Legoland Florida Resort. It is 150 acres, 50 rides and shows. It houses the only Lego movie world within the theme park. There's also a water park that's open year-round. Water temperature is a perfect 85 degrees. There are also 3 hotels on property. There is the original Legoland Hotel. There is the only Legoland Beach Retreat. And just opened last summer is the Legoland Pirate Island Hotel. Now, all of these hotels are just steps away from the theme park and come with their own amenities and lots of extras. You always get breakfast. If you stay at either the Legoland Hotel or the Pirate Island Hotel, the kids have access to having time with a master builder where they actually go into classes with a master builder and create their own Lego character, their own Lego model. So there's lots of extras about it. Plus, if you want to get really themed, all of the hotels are very, very highly themed.
Sounds like a lot of fun for the children in the family.
It definitely is. It's definitely, and if you know anything about Legoland theme parks, they are geared to 2 to 12-year-olds and their families because most everything, with the exception of the real small rides, parents, grandparents, and children can do these things together. So it's a very interactive park. One of our other major attractions and one of Florida's very, very oldest treasures, is Bok Tower Gardens. It is one of the original attractions in the state of Florida. It opened in 1929. It is 200 acres of beautiful, serene gardens, and the centerpiece of the gardens is a 205-foot singing carillon tower. Now, this tower is an actual musical instrument that is hand played every single day. There are concerts 3 times a day so that our visitors can walk and stroll the gardens and enjoy the beautiful chimes of all of the carillon music. There's also a huge children's garden, almost 3 acres of land that is specific to children, that encourages children in nature to kind of interact. They can just let their imaginations just kind of run wild, so to speak. They can activate and do all sorts of things. There's a water splash area. There's a place where they can actually even perform for their parents or for the other kids and put on a puppet show. I mean, it's all about kids and nature and interacting with both. Also on property is a 1920s Mediterranean mansion, Pinewood Estate, that showcases the opulent lifestyle back in the day. It is a 20-room mansion. It is open for tours, and during the holidays, it is spectacularly decorated. I always tell everyone, when you come to Bach Tower, plan to have lunch. They have a magnificent cafe there. Everything is made fresh right on site, and a lot of the vegetables that they use in their recipes come straight from the farmland right there on property.
Oh, amazing. That's a true kind of farm to table eating, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely it is. And we can also take you to Africa and Asia when you visit Central Florida. At Safari Wilderness Ranch, that is our African Asian safari. It's 260 acres. It's not a zoo. There's no fencing between you and the animals, but there's no lions, tigers, and bears, so you don't need to be concerned with that. It's mainly different types of hoof stock. You can take this tour either by a safari type vehicle, or if you really feel adventurous, they offer camel safaris. So you could get aboard a camel and take off and go out and interact with the animals. A lot of the animals you can hand feed. But the one thing I specifically always tell everyone is you must include the lemur feeding experience. I say, if you haven't held the hand of a lemur, you just don't know what you're missing. They are such mild, kind creatures, and they have the softest hands, but you feed them grapes, and they literally hold your hand while they're taking the grapes from your hands.
Wow, that's a truly unique experience.
It
I don't
is.
think many
And
people can say they've held the hand of a lemur.
yes, Safari Wilderness is also rated as one of the top 10 safaris in the entire United States. So it's really a must see.
Mm-hmm.
And probably one thing that a lot of people are not aware of, Florida has a Western dude ranch. It is the largest dude ranch in the southeastern United States. The only dude ranch in Florida is located here in Central Florida, Westgate River Ranch Resort and Rodeo. It's 1,700 acres, and I like to say, if you didn't see a palm tree, you'd think you were out in the Wild West somewhere. It is a full resort. There's a hotel on property. There are some lovely condos and villas you can stay in. You can stay in a rail car. Glamping is very popular around here now, so it's got plenty of glamping sites. They also have these exquisite, huge teepees that come with a fireplace, a bedroom, and a bathroom enclosed in the teepee. And just recently, they have installed some covered wagons that sleep 6 people that also have a bathroom right inside. So there's all different types of accommodations. You can, like I say, you can stay in the hotel, or you can get really, really Western with the teepees or the covered wagons. Every weekend there's a rodeo. There is a saloon on property that's kid-friendly up till about 10 o'clock. They teach you all the Western line dances. Speaking of kids, there's a whole kids area with a petting farm. There's a small rock climbing wall, a small zip line. So it's definitely a Western dude ranch where you can just kind of just let yourself go and become a cowboy.
I was going to say, yeah, have that true cowboy experience.
Absolutely.
I guess there's horse riding and rodeos and things like that as well.
There's horseback riding, there is skeet shooting, there is archery, airboat rides, swamp buggy rides. Definitely, it is the full Western experience.
Oh, wow. And I mean, there's lots going on for children. It's so catered to that kind of demographic. But we're seeing a lot of people take these multi-generational trips where, you know, the grandparents coming along with the grandchildren and then the parents as well. So what are the more kind of nature friendly, I guess, elements where, you know, the whole family can take part and, you know, have a day out together?
Oh, absolutely. Well, one thing we are very proud of the fact is that we've been able to stay a lot of natural area here. We have over 40 city and county parks. So fresh air and wide open spaces are abundant here. We have 550 lakes. And on those lakes, you can take a pontoon boat ride. You can learn to water ski. You can go kayaking. There's all sorts of water sports available that is for the whole family. Not only that, we have 3 state parks located here in Central Florida. So there's always the outdoor experience where you can go hiking and biking. We have almost 400 miles of hiking and biking trails throughout the area. So there's always that experience. One thing that I really want to get across to everyone is we are one of the few places in the entire state where one of our citrus grove owners opens his citrus grove and allows our guests to go out and handpick their own citrus. You know, one of the things that people want to do when they come to Florida, because we're known for citrus, is to get out and experience a citrus grove. And that's really not that popular, except for in Central Florida. They will take you out, it's Ridge Island Groves in Haines City. They will take you out into the grove, kind of give you an overview of the citrus industry, how it's done, allow you to handpick your own citrus. And one of the special treats when you go to Ridge Island Groves, not only do they have citrus, but they also have a peach orchard. They grow strawberries and blueberries. And a real treat is they make fresh homemade ice cream with all of their fresh fruits. So you can go and enjoy some orange ice cream. You can enjoy peach. You can enjoy a combination of peach and blueberry. So there's always that. That's definitely a big treat, and it's made right there. And there's all sorts of different citrus items that are also available to you.
Oh, great. And is that a year-round attraction or is it seasonal?
It's mainly seasonal. People may not know, but we don't have a lot of citrus growing in the summer. But Ridge Island Groves typically opens mid-September and will stay open through mid-July. Because as long as there's citrus and as long as he can make his own juices, he's gonna be open there and will welcome guests from all over the world.
Okay. And what is the best time of year to come to Florida then? Would you say that September time is best for all the attractions, or is there a winter period, or what would you recommend?
Well, I hesitate to recommend people to come in the summer because it does get quite warm here. But the fall and early winter and into spring are ideal times weather-wise. Everything is always open. I mean, we're obviously a year-round destination. So you don't have to be too concerned about that except for the citrus. But if you should come during the summer months, like I say, we have 550 lakes. I encourage our visitors to get out and enjoy the water. You know, whether you take a pontoon boat ride, whether you go out and do some fishing. We're known for bass fishing here. Go out and do some fishing, learn to water ski, or just simply play around in the water a little bit. So it just depends on what you're looking for. Again, our attractions are open year round. So, and most all of our attractions, I think I mentioned this earlier, are very amenable to parent, grandparent, and children being together. I mean, Legoland is that way. Certainly, Bach Tower Gardens is instrumental in bringing the family together. So, most all of our attractions are for kids of all ages, whether you're 8 or 80.
Perfect. And I know that people often return to Florida. You know, I've been multiple times myself. So for those that have missed out on the last year and a half of travel now, what's new in Central Florida? You know, what can entice repeat travelers back to the region?
Well, first of all, let me say we certainly do miss all of our international visitors and cannot wait to welcome you back. I mean, you all are a huge part of our tourism industry here, and we missed you terribly and cannot wait for you to be able to return back when the borders reopen. But new for you would certainly be the Legoland Pirate Island Hotel. That would, because it's been opened up since all of the restrictions have hit. So there's that's brand new. We have a new state park that's new. And then of course the several different things that I mentioned at the Westgate River Ranch Resort and Rodeo, the covered wagons and the glamping sites, they're new. So there's all sorts of things that would be new to our international visitors, because unfortunately you haven't been able to come over for quite some time. But fingers crossed that will change very, very soon.
Yes, fingers crossed. Things are changing all the time, so it's difficult to keep up.
Absolutely.
And just give us an idea. Let's say you were there for 2 weeks. How
Mhm.
would you split your time in terms of, the theme parks, the ranch, going to some beaches and doing some of those water sports that you talked about? What would be your ideal itinerary?
Well, my first question would be to the visitor, what do you enjoy doing? And that's where I would spend the majority of my time. If you are a theme park person that enjoys theme parks, we couldn't be set in a better position for you, because not only do we have Legoland and Bach Tower Gardens, but I mean, we're just minutes from Walt Disney World, SeaWorld, Universal Studios, Busch Gardens. So we're definitely right in the center for all the theme park lovers out there. For those like myself who kind of prefer to be outdoors and be the beaches, that is always one of the first places that I go, is when I go on vacation, is I head to the salt water. That to me is just very healing. And again, because of our location, it's easy to get there. You can leave after breakfast, head to one of the coastlines, spend the day, and get back to your villa or your hotel in time for dinner. Museums, we have certainly quite a bit of culture in our area. One thing I definitely do want to mention is Frank Lloyd Wright is one of our most renowned architects. He has very specific buildings that he has built across the country. We have his largest one-site collection of Frank Lloyd Wright architecture here in Lakeland, Florida. He built Florida Southern College. And the campus is available for tours. You can either take your own walking tour, or you can take a guided tour and actually see his expertise. He was quite the architect, and also quite the gentleman as well. So his life story is a story all its own. So I do encourage those that are interested in history and architecture, especially. This is a definite must see.
Yeah, that's something that you wouldn't really associate with Florida. That's not the first thing that comes to mind. But I guess it's full of surprises, really, with the wildlife, the nature. It's not all about theme parks. So yeah, it's good to know that it's so diverse.
Good, good. Well, we are certainly ready to welcome you. And I would like to share that if you go on our website, visit centralflorida.org, scroll down to the bottom where it says Travel Professionals,
Hmm.
you will find a virtual fan tour that kind of takes you through a lot of the things that we have been talking about today. And that way you can actually see and share this with your clientele. And then we also offer a Central Florida Specialist Academy. It is a free online specialist training where any travel professional can go online and become a Central Florida travel specialist. And when you do complete that course, you are entitled to a lot of extras and benefits and enhanced discounts when you do come into the Central Florida destination.
Oh, perfect. So that's something that's recently launched, is it?
In December, both items were launched in December, yes.
Great. So that's a full toolkit for agents that they can go and train up.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yes.
Great. Perfect. Well, yeah, I'm sure that will be invaluable for our travel agent viewers. And thank you so much for talking to me.
It has been my pleasure. Thank you. And we can't wait to see you again.
Likewise. Take care, Joni. Thanks so much.
Thank you. You too, Jessica.